Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode here at the Podcast. Today, we have a very special guest with us today, and she's going to talk about her business and a great service that she offers to the community. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Hi, my name is Kim Lanham, and I am the CEO of Bags and Things. I am also a member of the Southern Connecticut Chamber of Commerce and the EWE platform, Edifying Women Eternally.
Okay. And where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and I graduated from Central High School, and I also am an Army veteran.
Oh, okay. So you did time in the Army.
Yes,
okay.
I did.
All right. Thank you for serving our country.
Thank you.
All right. So let's get into your business. Where did your idea come from to create your own business?
I am an Army veteran that suffers with PTSD. So I did an early retirement. And at the time, because I also worked at the VA for 28 years. So at the time, I was realizing that I was really going through something. So I went to a program because of some issues with drugs and alcohol. Once I went to the program, I came back and was working at the VA, and then I decided I had to retire because they couldn't accommodate me because of my issues. So if I had to go out, I was gonna get paid, but I wasn't gonna get paid right away. So at the time, I was only living off of like $500 and something a month. So my sister came over and she gave me a bag, in one of these bags, and they're all inspirational. And this one says, "Living my blessed life." But she gave me one, and I was looking at the bag and I was like, wow. And I never did anything with it. So one day I carried it. And once I carried the bag, everybody was like, "Where'd you get that bag from?" And I said, "My sister gave it to me." And then I started thinking, you only get $500 a month. So I invested the first $200 out of the $500. I invested in the bags and some mats. I found a place that, that sells them. And I said, how could I become a wholesaler? And so they let me become a wholesaler. And then I just, flipped the 200 to 400. Then I flipped the 400 to 600. And then as I kept going, I was getting bigger and bigger. I would go to beauty shops, barber shops, and little things like that. And most of these products are women products, but I started expanding with men's socks and with men's shirts. I would go to the outlet, buy men's shirts that were going on sale from the Izod place and get those and start expanding the business. Then all of a sudden, Debbie Cavanis, she asked me, did I want to be a vendor at one of her events. So this was like 2019. Because COVID came in 20. So this is 2019 in December. And I said, yeah, I'll be a vendor. But I go there to the event to vend. And I'm looking around like, where's the rest of the vendors? Because, I'm coming from the little church basements. So I'm like, well, where's the rest of the vendors? There were no more vendors. And I said, Debbie, Miss Cavanis, well, where's the rest of the vendors? And she said, there are no more vendors. You're it. And I said, I'm it. I was nervous. So nervous, like, what? I started seeing people come in with the black attire. I had tuxedos and gowns and the black ball attire. So when I was like, what in the world and where am I? What am I doing here? This platform is huge, right? So I was looking around like that, and she kept announcing the vendor is here. They couldn't really see me because I was in another room. As time went on, people came up and I was selling, because I sell Christmas cards, I sell planners for the year, I sell journals, and I had reached a peak where I had a lot of items. So I was like, okay. So people were coming in and they were like, one guy said to me, Kim, why are you here? And that, because I know him for years, but he did not know that I'm the vendor. He had no idea it was me, And I had no idea it was me. But I'm saying that I'm in this big, this big event. So he's like, I said, I'm vending. And he said, vending what? And I said, this stuff. He said, all of this is your stuff? And I said, yeah. He said, well, when did you start that? And I said, like a couple of months back. And he was like, what? He was so shocked. And me just being nonchalant because I didn't know that it was like going to start being a huge thing or being recognized like that. So, I'm just a veteran, a troubled-minded veteran that needs help. I need money. So I said, and then he was like, wow. So everybody came and they was buying stuff and everything. And I was like, okay. So I made a pretty good penny that night. And I was like, okay. So opportunity started from there.
So would you say that was the moment that you realized, hey, I have something here?
Yes, that was the moment that I really realized that I really have something, because I used to be in church basements. It used to be about 10 vendors on this side, 10 on this side, and about 10 in the middle. So here I am. Now I'm the only vendor. So I'm like, wow. So I'm like, this is huge. And then, but I'm still getting used to it, and it's still, I'm still being humble about it until really, I'll say this year, where I started gaining a lot of confidence.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the product lines that you have to offer.
Okay, so I have these tumblers, and this tumbler right here matches, I'm sorry. This tumbler is be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. So they all have encouraging and positive messages. This is like the top seller, this tumbler and this bag, and they match. So people love to buy these for sets. They're not that expensive. They're only about $55 for the set. So mostly all these bags have a tumbler to match. And this is I Am Powerful. And then, this right here is Living My Blessed Life. This also has a cup, and this has a cup. This one, I Am Royal, has a bag as well. I sell the fedoras now. I sell the glasses now. I sell socks for men. I sell, this probably not nothing, I probably sell gum because I love selling, I love it. So I sell any and everything if I could get my hands on it and you guys would like it, So I sell a lot of different things, and people is always like, oh my God, like there she is again. Look, I don't know what y'all talking about, there she is again. But if I don't promote it, my own stuff, who's gonna promote it? So.
And speaking about the love for it, what is the most rewarding part of being your own entrepreneur, your own boss?
The most rewarding part is not having to go and listen to nobody tell me what to do. Oh, I had a problem with it. So that is the most rewarding part. And the most rewarding part as well is talking to people. Because, like I said, I had a few issues. So I encourage and motivate people as well. So I went through like 3 months of therapy, and I also go to therapy. So if people are talking about me about some type of problem they have, I can refer them. Or I can, tell them, you're not alone. And there's a lot of things happening in this world that makes everybody a little depressed or sad or whatever, So I love just talking to people and meeting new people all the time. So
earlier you mentioned that you had some mental health issues. And would you say being an entrepreneur and doing something that you're passionate about and love is a form of therapy for you?
Yes, exactly. It's a form of therapy because, like I said, I love meeting new people. And, everybody is a person no matter what their issues are. Because mental health issues, you might look at me and just think there's nothing wrong with her. But you don't have no idea. People have no idea what other people go through. And so, you don't know what you went through as a child. Other people went through as a child, and growing up into adulthood, what might come out, towards the middle of your life or towards your 30s or 40s, and you like, that's what that was. And I was like, I got to get help. So I ran to the women's clinic, and I said, I have to go. I got to get myself together. So it's like 8 years. I've been clean and sober. And the first thing I got to say is, no matter what you do, give it to God. Pray on it. Start your business. Make it plain. Write your vision. Go ahead, do it. One thing at a time, it'll work out. And that's what happened, so.
And as an entrepreneur, you have your good days and you have your bad days. And some days you want to just throw in the towel like, hey, I'm done with this.
Yes.
What is it that motivates you to continue on your entrepreneur journey?
Like, a lot of times I might come down here. Debbie might say, just come down here, Miss Cavanis. She might say, just come down here, and I'm having a few people. It's only for a couple of hours. I might not make nothing. But you know what? It's the relationship. It's the people in the room. It's the people who you connect with. So as you're connecting and making new friends, and you're realizing that you might have an opportunity over here just because I met you now, and you have this company called the PortCast, you might do something where you realize, oh, I'm going to be interviewing vendors, and somebody might ask you, do you know Kim, or do you know a vendor or whatever? And you might say, oh, I know a girl. And guess what? You're making connections. So I love that part of it. Whether I make money or not, sometimes it's just the point of being in, because you're still it's still a therapeutic atmosphere. No matter where you are, you meet new vendors, you meet new people. People ask for your card. They're calling you in a couple of months because they have an affair. You do hit or miss, so it's not always about the money, So I had to learn that, though.
So doing my research, I was looking at some of the products that you carry as the ones you have in front of you. You have your tumblers and you have your bag. I didn't just look at them as a tumbler and a bag. I actually read the message on there.
Yes.
And it's not like you're selling a product. You're selling a feeling of inspiration.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I'm selling like this one that says, be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. This bottle right here is a beautiful black woman, and the message is telling you, if you feel it, go for it. Go for it, do it, because you can. Don't be afraid, do it, because you're fearless. You can do anything you want to do if you believe in yourself. So all of this stuff helped me build my confidence, because I had low self-esteem, I had no confidence. People think that I did, but I didn't. I wasn't really shy, but I was a clown, so people, they gravitated to me because I am a people person. But to take me serious, I don't really think people took me serious, but now it's like, okay, this is the stuff I sell. And I lost a lot of friends on the way, but I gained a lot. So I'm okay. Because no matter what God has for me is for me.
And what advice would you give to up-and-coming entrepreneurs who are trying to be their own boss, and not just entrepreneurs, but anyone who may be going through trying times?
Like I said, I was in a trying time when I started, but you either go through the trying time and try to do the best you can, or not go through it and stay stuck. So I went for it, and no matter what, it was like one bag after another after another. I have encouraging mats, I have encouraging shower curtains. I have so many different products through this line that it doesn't matter. You look around and you see nothing but encouraging things, excellent, achievement, determination. You have to have the determination to do what you need to do to get far and to achieve excellence.
Okay. And how can the viewers get your product?
They could go on Facebook under Bags and Things, which is BAG apostrophe Z with the and sign, and Thangs, THANG apostrophe Z. Or go on Facebook and friend me, or go on Instagram and go on Bags and Things, and friend me as well.
Right, there you go. So I'd like to thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to come on the platform and talk about your great story. And we really appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I thank you too for interviewing me as well.